Please help yourself, grab something to got some side plates, grab something to eat before you sit. Yes. Closer to me so that the guys that are coming can just sit further. So yes, please. Yeah, there's somebody here, you just need to move closer to him.
Okay.
Alright guys, just that I can just start with the formalities. Let me just introduce myself. My name is Malisa. And hello, and this is what I do. I'm in research, so this is a very informal discussion, no wrong or right answers. Everything is based on your views, your opinion, bearing in mind that we are different. So just share your views. And we are recording the discussion, and we're doing it just for research purposes and nothing else, because I'm not taking any notes. And please bear in mind that I don't work alone. I've got my colleagues sitting behind the mirror. We work as a team. They are listening, taking notes as well. They might have, at the end of the session, some questions. So just that's how it works. So it's not because of anything else. So just before we start, I did ask you to outside to switch off your cell phones, because they do interfere with our recording equipment, and that's why the case.
Okay, so silence won't
So
work, no?
yeah, or flight mode, yeah, or off. Because
Flight
when
mode.
it yeah, or flight mode. So just to get to know everyone a little bit better, I'm going to ask everyone to introduce themselves, but before we do that, our session is going to be quite interactive. We are going to have play a few games, and hopefully you'll enjoy, what I have in store for you. So maybe we can just go around the table, and you can tell me a little bit about who you are, what do you do, and also just who do you live with at home, so briefly, and tell me in terms of alcohol as well, which brands of alcohol do you drink, or which kind of products do you drink, and why those? Anyone can start. I think that's you, because he's chewing. He's chewing,
Okay guys, my name is Lepsa Koli. I'm 38 years of age, and I grew up in Alex, Joburg, currently based in myself.
No, that's it. That's about it. Tell me
Yeah.
about what do you do for fun? What are the things that what you're interested in?
Well, for fun, I hang out with some really intellectual people, go out a bit, love drinking, but not too much, so I'm not an alcoholic. I love hanging around very mature, intellectual, beautiful women. I love traveling, I love music, and I love giving back where I can.
Okay. Alright, thank you, Lenson. And what do you drink?
I drink Castle Light most of the time, if I just want to have like a beer. At times I'll visit some whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Thank you.
I think we're all came in hungry.
Yeah.
You've been waiting, so you go because he's chewing.
I missed lunch, so that's why. Okay, I'm Bells. I work at Frutal. Juice, we manufacture juice. At Balboa. What I do for fun, hang out with friends, go out to festivals. I also enjoy music and traveling. And yeah, what I like to enjoy drinking, it's beers on weekends when I'm at home watching football. I also enjoy gin and vodka, not so much whiskey person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi everyone,
Hi.
I'm Nicholas Umwane, that's the name.
Okay.
Actually N is missing, there is no Umwane.
One. Okay.
Yeah. I work at iLab, I'm representing iLab at Vodacom. I work doing software testing there. So yeah, between my daily job is between Centen and Vodacom,
Oh,
so that's
okay.
my client there. I stay in Mitran, Blue Hills. I stay with my wife and 2 kids. What do I like to do for fun? Yeah, I love music, and I like traveling as well and hanging out with friends. Yes, because I have a lot of them.
Okay.
And I'm from at home. I was born and bred in Kwaggafontein, KwaNdebele, KwaNdebele homelands, yes, and moved to Joburg sometime in around 2000, 2002 then. I'm 36 of age. And yeah, for drinking, I'm not really a drinker because I come from a very religious family. So at home, like, drinking was forbidden. So I started trying tasting out when I was already old, staying at my own place.
Okay.
Yeah, so now I usually drink something like flying fish, all those light stuff.
Okay.
I'm not yet into we call them hot stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're not
so-
quite there yet.
Yeah, I'm not quite there yet
Okay.
because of, you have to start somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Aho. I am based in Pretoria. I'm a lawyer with Public Incorporated. What I do for fun is basically general movies, listening to music, golf shooting range. I enjoy doing that as well. I basically drink Costa Light most of the time. Sometimes I do drink Corona. And then I am a bit of a vodka person. I like my Ciroc shots
Okay.
on a Friday night. And yeah, basically that's
Okay.
that.
All right. Now, just talking, just wanting to talk a little bit about whiskey. Do you buy whiskey as for gifts?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And who do you buy it for?
I bought it for my brother on his wedding day. I bought it for my dad on his birthday, and colleagues as well, birthdays. So yeah.
Okay. All right. And which brands would you buy? Like, if you buy for your brother, your colleague, or even your dad, like.
So in the, for colleagues, anything from Jameson to Glenfiddich, Lanlivet, Macallan,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And for dad, is it any different?
No, yeah, he enjoys Glenmorangie.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And
My brother,
mm,
my brother enjoys Glenlivet.
Okay.
Glenfiddich. Yeah.
okay.
Colleagues, they drink Jameson.
Mm-hmm.
It's also about how I'm feeling.
what do you mean? It's about how you feel.
Like the more expensive, you know, like a 15-year-old is more expensive.
Mm.
So it has to be a super special occasion.
Mm.
Yeah, you know, like a wedding. I bought my brother Glen 18. So
Okay.
that was because it's a big
A
occasion.
big occasion. Okay.
Yeah, birthdays I'll buy a 12-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Nicholas?
No, well, my circle of friends, they drink. So, yeah, I know they drink. One of my friends is a DJ, by the way, Dr. Duda, so he enjoys his whiskey like nobody's business. And then one of my friend, unfortunately, I've heard that he's been hospitalized because he was running comrades for the first time.
Okay.
No, he didn't make it. He ended up in hospital on Sunday. Yeah, so he's also a whiskey guy. He enjoys Jameson, Johnny Walker.
Mm-hmm.
And then my brother-in-law, who stays here in Midrand here in Kyalami, he's a whiskey collector as well. So he likes to host or with those occasions. Then you know when you go to him, at least you know what's kind of special drinks that he likes, like your Singletons and your Glenfiddich. And then my friends, they are my friends, so I buy what I afford at that point in
At the
time.
20, and normally what also it depends on what you afford.
Yes, at that point in time, but not lower than the 12 year,
Okay.
because they say the other ones, they say they are not,
Premium.
yeah, they are not right, like to first watch of them think they don't want to see.
Okay.
Yeah, so they drink those Jamesons, the Jameson Reserve, they drink the Johnny Walker Black going up. So yeah, at home, like I said, no, my father, there was no.
There is nothing like that. Okay. What about you, Lebza? Do you buy whiskey as gifts?
Well, in the past I have, for a cousin of mine, he loves Glenfiddich. So I bought him a Glenfiddich, I think it was about 4 years ago. I don't know what years, but a very good one. I've bought Jameson for a friend of mine also for his birthday. But most of my friends actually love cognac than whiskey.
Okay.
They're just cliche common, you know, Hennessy,
Okay.
you know, VSO, XO, Patron, and
So whiskey is
Courvoisier.
just one for
Yeah, which is on 2 occasions.
Two,
a cousin of mine and a friend of mine.
and a
But
friend
in most
of
cases,
yours.
it's been cognac.
Okay.
A
All
lot of
right.
African guys love cognac.
Okay. So tell so I know, I mean, Nicholas, you saying that for you it will all depend if you're buying it for your friends. It depends on how much you have. What about the rest of you? What does it depend on, like in terms of what you're choosing? How do you choose which, whiskey to buy or to gift the person?
It goes with the person that you're purchasing it for. You know, a more senior citizen, you would probably go with maybe your Johnny Green as opposed to the black, you know. And the issue of the birthday date, I mean, someone whose birthday is on the 15th won't be so likely to someone's birthday.
Okay, so it also depends on the time of the month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Definitely. So yeah, you look at the person, what their persona as to what would suit them at that particular time.
So it's that as well. Anything else that you take into consideration when you're choosing?
Yeah, for me, it's usually, it's what they like. So if you're a Jameson or a Johnny Walker person, and I know that's what you like, I'll gift the whiskey that you like. And yeah, I think, it's also occasion as well.
Yeah.
Like I said,
So when you
it's,
say, if it's like you said, the big occasion like your brother's wedding,
Yeah. then I'll go for something super premium.
But if it's not,
If it's just we're chilling, then I'll go for
Anything that goes.
Okay.
Yeah, because if they are,
You'll just buy them anything
If
that
it's
goes.
say my niece's birthday, I'll just buy a 12-year or Glenfiddich just so we can all chill.
Okay. All right. So, gentlemen, I've got some ideas that I would like to show you now. And with these ideas that I would like to show you, I just want us to look at one idea at a time. So we'll look at one idea, and then we will talk about that idea. So I'll show one idea, we'll go through it in detail. When we're done, move on to the next and so on. But how we're gonna work now, we've got pens on the table, so just so please take one and pass. Pen for you and pen for the person next to you. You write your name and you will write group 3 as well, group number 3. I just need to make space on the table so you can keep your glasses. Your saviors, it's fine, you can keep that. And then if you need to come and grab food, please feel free to do so. I'm just making space.
Okay.
So you really want us to fill this in?
No, you don't know what you're gonna fill in though. So just your name for now and group 3. And I'm going to show you the first idea, right? So the first idea that I'm going to show you is idea R. Let's see, no, P. I'm going to show you idea P. So you are going to then come up on the board. I'll reveal that idea. You will then walk through the idea. I'll give you a moment to look at it, and then you are going to come down, come back to your seats, and fill in the answers on the sheet, right? So let's all come up to the board. This is idea P. And I want you to look at these two as well. While looking at it, look at these two. I'll give you a moment. And then you can come down and fill in your self-completions.
Just those two.
Is. And then come and fill in your self-completion. And after you fill in question 1, you can see your self-completion, then question 2, it's got, we've divided it into 2 columns there. It says the gift pack and bottles, so that you can write different, for the bottles what you think, and for the gift packs what you think. So that you're not confusing the 3 words for number 2, that is. So number 1 first, you fill in, and you fill in the answer, and then when you get to number 2, it says there, write the 3 words or phrases that come to mind when you see this pack. So the pack, the gift pack, and the bottles. Like I made you look at the gift packs and the bottles. So the 3 words will be here. This side will be for the bottles, and the other side will be for this. For the gift packs, the other side will be for the bottles. Is it clear?
Okay.
Okay. Come again.
You say?
Fill in questions 1, right? You answer your thoughts, and then number 2, when you're answering, it says give 3 words or phrases that come to mind when you're thinking of that. So now, you will then answer. The 3 words will be, I want to know, are you referring to the gift packs or you're referring to the bottles?
So 3 on each.
Yes. 3 of each. should be done.
What packs did you see there? What other
Sorry?
2 packs besides chillers?
Hmm?
What other 2 packs did you see besides chillers?
The other packs, actually, we will need to.
Wait, it's just distinguish between a simple pack or bottle pack.
Yeah.
Because you have to list what you saw, right?
No.
Mm.
Just read it. This was the first question.
And the second one.
The answers has to be between the two.
Mm.
They're just the two. The two that we saw.
3 of each.
Or 3 in each pack.
Yeah, what you see. What do you see? What
Okay. So we're done. So you've circled as well.
Oh,
Done.
good.
Number three.
The pack design. Which pack design? Because
The ones that you looked at, yeah,
Okay.
you can give them an overall, the 2 that I said you must look at.
Arista was a straight face.
Me too. Me too. So this is a wow, ne? It's supposed to be a wow.
You can tell me about it. Okay, shall we move on?
Just a simple smile.
Here you go. You can circle on the number. Yeah.
Are we?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
you don't turn the page. I'm just giving you a new exercise.
Okay.
Now, I want you to draw everything that you remember about the pack that you saw. Everything. I've got color pens, I've got anything. Even if the colors will help you make use of, you know, what you think you remember. So draw everything that you remember
about
about
the pack?
the pack,
About
about
the
yes,
symbol.
about the gift pack and the bottles. Anything.
bottles.
Yes, those 2 that I showed you. Anything that you remember. Use colors, which will help you. I mean, I'm not gonna judge your drawing or anything like that. It's just that I want to see what you remember. Particularly just the 2 that I showed you, ne? I don't want the whole shelf, the 2 that I showed you. You've got 2 minutes, by the way, so just that so you know to do this. It's actually less than 2 minutes now. So if you're quick, just a rough sketch. That's why I'm saying use colors if it will help, you know, anything that you remember. You've got 45 seconds. Ten seconds. so that we can have space in the middle of the table. Ne? More to you. I want that space.
Oh,
I want this space.
We can all see, ne?
Yes.
It's all clear. Before we even talk, I'm interested to know, what did you write? The time is up. It's long up. I want to know what did you write when, with the words? What words did you put down?
So the first question, imagine.
Just the words on number 2. The first, like, what?
Oh,
yeah.
so phrases that came to
Phrase
mind:
is.
price, and then gift,
Mhm.
and packaging. Those are what stood out for me when I saw the gift pack.
Mhm.
And then with regards to the bottles, also what came to mind was price, and secondly special edition, and colorful packaging.
Okay. What did you have?
For the pack, I saw elegance, classy, and basically for 1 or 2 people.
Okay.
And then with the bottles, I saw simplicity, decorations. At the same time, there's a party vibe going on the minute I see it.
Mhm.
And lastly, it looks like it's for a group of people as
Mhm.
opposed to just one.
Okay. All right. I mean, we've got the packages in front of you guys here. So tell me, what do you think? What came to mind? What was your first impression about these designs?
It's too busy.
Too busy? Mm-hmm.
But limited edition. So
Too colorful?
limited edition.
You thought limited edition? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Emphasis on brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's colorful.
Okay.
And it reminded me the Game of Thrones,
Okay.
because they had that new White Walker.
Mm.
It has this kind of a packaging like when winter is here.
Okay. All right. What else did you think when you saw these bottles?
I don't know. For me, when I saw even this, I saw
It's
okay.
less serious.
Yeah,
Less
it's
serious.
it took away that thing.
And and how did you feel about that?
I wouldn't buy it. I just thought,
Okay, as a
Mm.
gift, as a gift, it doesn't look like a nice gift.
something
Why?
that my little cousin will buy.
Okay.
Because of
Look
all
like
the
for
colours.
kids to play.
It was like something for kids to play.
Yeah, this
Okay.
one is obviously all
It's-
this.
It's not serious.
It's not serious.
It's more for a festival or something like that.
It looks
for
like
a specific occasion. Because if you had to buy a senior citizen some form of a gift, or your ordinary colleague or whoever, they think it just looks a bit weird or something. It's childish a bit with the colors.
Yeah, no. Even the White Walker was, because it was mostly white, and
Yeah.
it had that Game of Thrones thing. But yeah, this one I don't know. It's almost like it's varsity students.
This is varsity students kind of thing. Okay, I mean, you guys I see you guys are mainly pointing at the bottles, but there's also gift packs there.
Oh,
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
yeah, no, gift pack is nice. This is something I'll buy for my colleague for his birthday. For her birthday. This one. Yeah.
The black.
This one, the
Yeah.
black
Like
one.
why the black?
Yeah, because it's more premium. And it's like, remember I mentioned that 12-year premium. So this one, Johnny Walker Red.
For me as well, I was told this one is better than this one, so I'm not really know what the difference is. But they say the Johnny Walker Black, is it the one for 12 years? No?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's much better and better with age. That's what I usually
Yeah.
hear. When
Okay.
they say that better with age. The more the age, the better. So yeah, I would go for this one than the other one.
Yeah, also regarding age, so age also resembles maturity. So I said also on the gift pack and the bottle's maturity.
But what do you think Johnny Walker was trying to do with these designs? What do you think? I mean, you were saying, you know, it looks like it's some sort of occasion. What is the occasion? What do you think is the occasion?
A festival.
A festival.
You know, these parades that you get mostly in those Caribbean countries where they're walking down the streets.
Yeah. Mardi Gras.
I think it was trying to capture a certain market,
Uh-huh.
catering to different markets.
Which certain markets do you think?
Oh,
is
so the
that?
black and yellow will be a bit,
Yama.
yeah, will be
I
a bit
think-
darlish yellow, so maybe that'll be the maturity and it's black. The red will be maybe for those kind of festivals for the sort of lively people and the youth.
And also, it looks like it goes through different countries, showing that it's global.
Okay,
footprint,
so there's also
where-
that
where
it's
it
going
is,
through
yeah.
different, so that it's showing global there as well. Okay. What else? What else did you think?
Looking at it, you can see it's like a special edition. So they're obviously trying to highlight, you know, an occasion or a moment for the brand. That look, we've been around, but just the way they've done it, it's a bit too tacky. It's not serious. It loses that you know, that sort of value that you know it tries to position. Like if you look at Jonoka Black, it's the packaging. It's simple. It's elegant.
The gift pack.
Yeah, the gift pack.
Is it okay?
You know, it's simple. It's elegant. The colors are not too busy. You know, so it's black and gold. You know,
And how
that's
would you
that.
describe the red?
And even the red, you know,
The red
it's
check.
not, yeah, it's white and red, and you know, it's not too busy. So, but with this one, it's
With the
like,
bottles.
it's like wow, okay. If it was a vodka, I'd be like, okay, sure,
Okay.
it's a vodka.
I think
Okay.
the other thing with those two, I don't know if it's the same brand or what's going on, but with that one you can tell it's Johnny Walker. At least the consumer can know that you know which brand am I drinking. But with these other two, it just looks completely different.
It's actually one bottle, so it's the
Oh,
four.
four shapes. Oh,
That's right.
four
Yes,
shapes. Alright.
of the same bottle, so it's the four corners of one bottle.
You see, when you look at the whiskeys, I don't know, like if I walk into a bar or a bottle store, and you walk through the whiskey aisle, and you look at the packaging of whiskeys, you know, like Jameson, it's simple colors, you know, more conservative colors. They're not screaming, you know. Whereas if you go to vodka and you know your white spirits, which is where I play at, that's where you will get, you know, sort of colorful out there. Yeah.
So what other words would you use to describe this design, you know, of the gift pack and the bottle there? What sort of other words?
Happiness. I think the colorful ones resemble happiness. As you were saying, the ones that scream target more for people who just want to buy and drink and be happy. Hence the colors.
Okay.
But the ones that are dark are more for the ones who just want to be low key, maybe just get a pack or a bottle for golf. With the mature guys who just want to play golf, not necessarily to celebrate, but just net for control, you know. Yeah, so the colorful colors would just be more for not just youth, but for those who just want to be all about festivities.
So it's festivity, that's the word that you would use.
Like
Fun.
what Ciroc
What
is
other
doing
words?
also nowadays. Ciroc has even taken some of the clothing brands. They've even like imprinted Moschino on some of the colorful white and
Yes.
blue colorful bottles. So it's just for people who just want to be all about flamboyancy.
This is flamboyant.
Because also when people party nowadays, also they dress up in a certain way, and you know, drinking what you drink is part of the lifestyle. So hence Ciroc is now showing off clothing brands with their bottles in the different colors, because people most likely wear Moschinos and those kind of luxury, you know, clothing brands to show off that I'm happy and I'm all about luxury.
Actually,
these packages,
Yeah.
when they look respectable, even if you are sitting there as a senior citizen drinking something like this, it will give you that yeah, it's me.
Okay.
I'm me now. I'm relaxing.
Okay.
I'm happy. I'm
So you're saying the
chilled.
gift packs, they
Yeah,
look
the gift packs,
respectable.
yeah, but this one, like you are saying, like it's vibey and everything like that.
It's vibey, it's happening. And how do you feel about the vibey, the vibrancy, the flamboyancy, like the happening? How do you feel about that? The like festivities?
Actually, when I saw this, it reminded me a lot of Captain Morgan. You know, the captain with the.
Also, when you saw the
this animation of the guy.
of the walking guy,
I was like, okay, Captain Morgan vibes. You know? So I was like, okay, because usually they have like a just like a color. If it's gold, it'll just be this guy, but it's gold. But now it's like a real person. You're like, okay, are they going for Captain Morgan vibes? And even here, it feels a
Now
lot
that
like a
you
Captain
mention it, yeah.
Morgan.
Okay, all right.
It's always this.
Yeah, it's always this.
So
It's
the
never-
icon of the working man is always,
Yeah.
it's not a real person that you
Yeah,
can see.
it's
So now
not
that
a-
there's the actual picture,
Yeah.
it's taking you back to just Captain Morgan somewhere there. And
you would confuse this.
It could be
with
confusing.
Morgan.
I mean, I see there's 200 written, you know, on all of these somewhere. I mean,
This looks like they're celebrating their global footprint with how far they've been at the history or of some sort because if you see here, I think this is what they dance in China.
200 years.
Yeah,
Next year it means it's turning 200 years next year. 18
and still going strong.
Mm.
So we've been all the way
It's
and
part
now
of
we are here.
okay.
Celebration
Uh-huh.
of the brand turning 200 years.
You think this is the brand turning 200 years of existence. And what do you think about that, if that's how they're thinking?
Look, I think what plays out with that one is that, you know, with whiskey, it's usually known to be it's a drink that's for more mature people, or more sophisticated, or, you know, it's not known or popular for being a party drink, you know. The only whiskey that has that element would be maybe your Jameson, but even that in general basis, whiskey is just viewed as for more senior people, or just something you can have during the week back from work on ice or something. But with that, it's like just bringing everyone together to just party, just wild even. Because it's wild. You
It's
don't
got
know what it
fireworks
is.
and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's clearly a celebration.
It's clearly a celebration.
Of some sort, yeah.
And if this is how they're celebrating, then what are your thoughts?
Okay, good for you.
I think it works.
It works.
Because one thing I've noticed is that, you know, when you go buy liquor sometimes, it's also based on mood. Although there are people who who are loyal to a certain brand, so they know even if whether they're feeling happy or down, they just go for that one brand. But most people, one thing I've noticed is that when people just go shopping for liquor, it's also based on the mood. Like sometimes I'm not necessarily restricted to my liquor. Sometimes when I just want to go for Henny, I go for Henny or Ciroc. You know, because I'm still young at heart. So if I'm going for like these big events like Major League and these annual gigs, and you know, if it's payday and I feel like I'm feeling kind of rich, I'll just go for the luxury ones that scream. You know,
Okay.
they've got money. You know, so the ones that resemble happiness, I'll go for the ones that scream happiness.
Okay. All right.
And if I'm feeling kind of chill, then I'll just be low key. Then I'll go for the ones that literally resemble that. So it's also how the packaging also makes you feel when you look at it on the shelf. It speaks to you.
Okay.
It kind of speaks to you.
All right. Now let's look at. I mean, they've just put this. That's a picture of the range there together. What do you think of the range there? Does it look like part of a family?
Yeah, because you consistently get this
Chap.
this chap, yeah, Mr. Johnny here. So yeah, this is very distinctive.
He's offering a
I'm
variety.
just a bit concerned about the gold label with the pink. It makes
Pink
it
stuff,
slightly
yeah.
girly. But I think the rest they just define.
Okay. So just worried about the pink on the gold. It's a bit girly.
Yeah.
You see that this blue it's reserved, even if it's kind of busy things everywhere, but the color itself contains it.
Yeah.
Like this pink.
There's pink, yeah.
Actually,
It's like
it goes
strawberry,
like
But I mean,
strawberry
he's also in
juice.
business, so maybe he's trying to actually pull in the female market. Saying that, hey, I'm not just only offering for the gentleman. You can also, you know, as a lady walking down the aisle who works whiskey, because I know women who also drink whiskey. They'll be like, hey, we've got something for you as well to offer.
I mean, but do you see looking at the gold and the blue there? You know, that vibrancy that you were talking about, the flamboyancy, the festivity, celebration. Does it come across on the gift packs? Probably, let me say
On the gold
overall.
one, I'd say yeah, because it's trying to be a bit loud.
Just on the
Pink.
gold one.
On my side.
Yes,
yeah.
on your view. And then the rest.
The blue one is reserved.
Yeah, I
It's
like the
the-
blue one and not
It's-
as well.
And why is that?
And
Why is that?
especially for a gifting.
No,
of
it's
a-
not like it basically, you can see that's serious whiskey. You know, the colors are not all over. Because, you know, packaging also, because for instance, if you look at this, you can't even tell in terms of premiumship where it is. Is it a 12-year-old? What is it? You know, it could be like this and packaged and just, so you're not even sure what
What
how
bottle-
mature it is.
How mature it is.
Yeah, so sometimes when, you know, the colors and the packaging is simple, it also, you know, resembles the character of the whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if I said it's a bottle of, the bottle is a 12, a Johnny Walker Black.
It doesn't say anything, so
Mhm.
if I look at it, I'll be like, hey, okay, special edition, but we're not even sure.
What
It
it
could
is.
be Johnny Red, but
Mm.
if I'm looking for, let's say, green label,
Mm.
I wouldn't be convinced that's green label in there.
Okay, so,
You
okay.
know,
But
so-
would you be convinced that it's black in there?
If there's, no,
If
but it doesn't say anything.
So does it
about
have to say somewhere?
Yeah.
And I'm asking everyone for this. Does it have to say, you know, like what's in there, like
Yeah,
what kind
definitely.
of, so it has to say. So
If it's red, I mean, they can easily take
Mm.
the red label and then
put
package
it in
like
there.
this.
So they
You
must
wouldn't
say,
know, yeah.
they must say that it's Johnny Walker Black. That's
I would say
Because
so.
if
Unless
it
it's
is-
something new
Mm.
altogether.
Yeah.
Unless,
Okay.
are you expecting, if you're looking at that, are you expecting that it to be something new altogether?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Definitely.
like it's
Special
not part of this.
type.
It's not part of the
It's a
existing
mixture of
range.
everything. you
Okay.
know.
Okay, so you're thinking
Also
maybe.
for someone who is inquisitive, because people are also inquisitive, but they haven't really had
Mhm.
that kind of a brand. They want to try it for the first time because they see
Mhm.
people drinking it.
Mhm.
So if I don't really know what that really red resembles,
Mhm.
but I'm clueless, but I just have heard of Johnny Walker. I mean that red alone for someone who doesn't know would probably maybe resemble some sort of a flavor,
Mhm.
like strawberry. So you might think maybe it's strawberry.
Oh, so
So
there's
it is
those
specific.
colors
So
that
they might,
might.
yeah, so they might lose you or they might direct you to that, to flavor.
And word of mouth as well, because
Yeah.
if there's a new brand or there's a new type of whiskey or whatever, I hear people saying this new Johnny Walker is amazing. Everybody's gonna try it, wanna
we-
try it.
We've grown to know Johnny Walker with the label.
Yes.
Whether it's red, black, gold, pink, or blue, I mean.
Mm.
But this one is just Johnny
Johnny
Walker.
Walker.
Okay, so it
Nice.
must mention which
Yeah.
label is it. Okay, I've got. Please take one of these. This is not an advert or anything, but this is something just to explain. More what they are planning. Okay, so let me read this out. It says, "Keep walking." In 2020, we will be celebrating Johnny Walker's 200th birthday. We'll be saluting a journey that has taken us from the four corners of Scotland to the four corners of the world, that pushed the boundaries of whiskey making and saw the creation of the famous imagery such as the slanted label and the iconic striding man. In our 200th year, we'll be opening our first ever brand home in Edinburgh, inviting people to come and savor what makes Johnny Walker so special. We'll be holding up pop-up birthday parties around the globe, launching limited edition whiskies and gift packs, creating an exciting new advertising campaign, and bringing together old friends and new to rise a toast to Johnny and to the next 200 years. Keep walking. So this is the plan. Is it coming across there?
No. I think if they really wanted to celebrate Johnny Walker and talking about it coming from four corners of Scotland, this doesn't really scream Scotland to me. You don't
I
really see
already thought
Scotland.
this is China.
Yeah, like
But
you
what are
see-
they saying? Are they saying
Or
it's
they've
coming
been
from
walking-
there? What is it saying from
Walking
there
on the
onwards?
corners.
Because
of
from
four
this,
corners.
it sounds like they want to celebrate its heritage, right?
Mhm.
The fact that it comes from Scotland. So I think that has to come more, like talk about the Scottish heritage, and everybody knows. Okay, Johnny Cask, it's a Scotch whiskey,
Mm.
you know. But that's not coming. This is like Mardi Gras
Mm.
festival somewhere in Las Vegas, and you know it's
But at
not.
least the one thing it
Yeah.
shows, it screams, is happiness and
Yeah.
celebration. So
But there's no
that-
Scottish heritage.
So that does scream celebration.
For you, you're saying the celebration is coming across.
Definitely does, because it's too colorful and it's flamboyant, it's
Mhm.
loud.
And the rest of you, what do you think? Is this coming across? You know, when they're saying that, you know, from the four corners of Scotland to the four corners of the world, you know, that we've pushed boundaries. They want to show, you know, to be celebrating, to be bringing special limited editions and, you know, special packs and gift packs and all of that. Is that coming across there?
The problem is the four corners of Scotland.
I mean, to the four corners of the world.
Yeah.
I can see they're trying to, but I don't know. I'm not seeing that Scotch. You know, Scotch whiskey. It's like it has that thing. Like
So you're not seeing the four corners of Scotland. Are you seeing the four corners of the world though?
yeah, I'm seeing
Yeah.
like elements of the world here. You know,
Mm.
like you're seeing these buildings here.
Because this is like it's Dubai. or
yeah,
something.
Dubai. So you can see.
Then these mascots like the Chinese, or when they do their dragon dance or something like that.
Yes.
And then can this be?
I don't think it's captured well. Like it's too busy. Like
It's too busy.
and I know they're trying to put the whole journey
Into
or story into
Mhm.
one,
Mhm.
but it's too busy, and you're not seeing that Scotch, that Scottish heritage.
And
Or
looking
maybe
at
the
both
colours.
looking at both the gift packs and the bottles, do you feel it's coming across more on others, you know, more than the rest, or do you think it's not coming across at all? Are there places where you feel it's coming out? You can see what they're trying to say, or you're saying you can't see what's written here anywhere there?
I'll speak for myself. With the gift packs, you know, especially the blue one, I like the colors. But in terms of like the visuals, they're not really giving me much. Like it's just, oh, they've got like a whole lot of decorations but yeah. And then I see 200 here and there.
Do you see celebration?
Yeah, I see a celebration, but the thing about it being celebrating its Scottish heritage, it's not coming so strongly. But I see they want to cover everything in one. I don't know.
But are they only saying here that they want to celebrate their Scottish heritage, or are they saying that they are saluting the journey that has taken them from Scotland to the four corners of the world?
Yeah, that's what they want to celebrate, right? The fact that it's been around for 200 years. But like it goes back to what I was saying. If you're celebrating your heritage, like if we're gonna say this is a South African whiskey, and we are going to the rest of the world, there has to be something that says South African.
The rest of you, what do you think?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with what he's saying. I do, however, see maybe some elements of them showing that they started from the four corners of Scotland and eventually throughout the world. But then again, you know, it's not particularly reflecting there. But what I do see is a whole lot of fun happening, you know, firecrackers, the whole world just coming together and having fun and enjoying this popular brand because it's a well-known brand.
Is it clear that it's a 200th anniversary? Looking at these designs, is it clear that it's a 200th anniversary?
Not immediately.
Not
Not
immediately. No.
immediately.
And the rest of you, what do you think? Is it? I'm talking about the packs, particularly on the packs. You know, is it clear that it's?
Not for me.
No.
Libza, is it clear or not?
No, it's not, because there's no indication about celebration as such. It's just on the packs, it's just showing just color design on the pack. It's not even like this. On this one, I'll say yes.
And like you see the 200 there in the background, it's like okay. But it
Because I didn't even
and
see
you wouldn't
this
even
one.
look
You
at
didn't
it.
see the
No,
200th.
it's if you pay attention.
I thought it was the one for milliliters or something.
Yeah.
So it's not clear. But and limited edition, you know, do we see limited edition? That by looking at them, do the designs shout limited edition?
Yeah. For me, they do.
Not that it's written limited. Like looking at it, does this design say limited edition?
For
Yeah,
some-
because it's not common.
Yeah.
For some, what do you mean?
For instance,
So this one
you
looks-
instantly
Don't
tell-
guys, if you call them this one, that one, when I listen to my record, I will not know which one you are
Okay.
referring to.
The red label looks original,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
Mhm.
because if you're gonna see the red label like that, that there's no much different from what it is now because of the color red.
Yeah.
The Johnny Walker black label, the packaging, the gold is too much there from the packaging that is usually on the shelves right now, which is black and then with just smaller gold. So it does appear that there is a difference here.
Okay, so it does shout limited, and the rest?
Yeah, limited I see from gold, like the gold I definitely
Mhm.
see limited. But I get skeptical, like I said, with the pink, that I don't know if it's a new flavor, because you know with your vodka, it's flavored nowadays.
Yeah,
So maybe
yeah.
they could be trying something new with
Mhm.
flavoring whiskey as well. So that's why I'm a bit skeptical about the gold label, but with the blue label, I think it definitely screams out
Limited.
limited edition. Yeah.
In what sense?
The whole packaging, because the original packaging of blue is usually, I'd say, more formal, more conservative, you know, and now it has this new element of, I don't know, it's a bit vibrant, it's
Mhm.
more appealing.
Okay. And the bottle, sorry, yeah?
The gold and the black, you will see the black label and the gold label, you will see a different package, and then like you were saying, you will say, is this a new flavor? And then once you want to see if it's a new flavor, then you will realize maybe that no, it's actually 200 years, maybe an edition there. But the red, it's red.
And the bottles, do they say limited edition? Like just looking at the bottle, the
Yeah.
bottle there, does it say limited
To
edition?
me, they say because
The design.
it's because of the way they are.
Okay.
They say this is it's something new and it's something that is not good. It's not here to stay.
It's not here to stay,
Yeah.
so it says that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think with the gift packs, looking at all of them, it doesn't scream limited edition, but it screams gift pack. Like it's, you know, because I've bought gift packs before with whiskey. I didn't really pay attention to the box itself, unless maybe the bottle looks different. But yeah, because the first thing I will see is, okay, it's got glasses. Gift set. Let me buy it for my brother. But it doesn't say, oh, limited edition, unless the bottle itself, it says and it screams the limited edition. You know, so I think on the gift pack, if it says limited edition more boldly, then I'll be like, okay. But right now, I just see a gift set.
A gift set, that's it.
Yeah.
So it's just a normal.
Yeah, I'll just buy it because I need to buy it. And then if I open and the bottle is the same, it's not gonna say this is limited edition. Yeah, and then with this one, it doesn't say limited edition. It
With the
says
bot-
it's
with the
something
bottle,
new.
the individual
Yes,
bottle.
yeah, with the bottle, the colorful bottle, it just says it's something new. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, if it's a Johnny Black or Johnny Red or Johnny Gold, yeah. But it's I would think it's a new whiskey on the market from Johnny Walker.
Something that they wanna introduce.
Yes.
It's like they want to introduce something new, looking at the individual bottles there. But is this something that you would expect from Johnny Walker? Looking at these designs, both the gift and the bottles.
I would expect them to do better.
The rest of you, what do you think? Lebs,
No, I think it's right.
what does that mean?
I mean, your question was, would it be?
Like, is there's this, you know, does it fit with the Johnny Walker brand? Does it say Johnny Walker, you know, or not?
It does say Johnny Walker.
What makes you say that?
The icon, the chap icon, immediately before you even read the content. Just the fact that there's a guy walking towards the right, already know, it's Mr. Walker. Yeah. So regardless of
But
whether
that's
it's a
the-
new.
Does the package represent or their thing? I on that one I will also say.
The
it's
thing is that
because of
you
the way-
can't always expect, you know, brands to always be the same. You know, when it comes to products, companies are always trying out new things. But as long as they keep their usual identification that you always notice by, you know, sometimes you can just stumble across, and you count the road and it's a new design. I was like, what car is that? But if the emblem is there already, you know, okay, it's a Merc. Because already you can see with that triangular thing, then, oh, okay, Merc has got this new design now. And then already it's kind of captivates on, oh, okay, now they're moving towards this direction and whatever type of design. And, you know, you can't be disappointed or you can't be.
So what does
to
this
question.
design say about Johnny Walker? Which direction are they moving? What is it? What
It
is
just simply says that, oh, they're trying new things. They're trying new colors. They're moving towards more for accommodating the youth. Because immediately when you think of Johnny Walker, you're already thinking, this is for the Grotmans. But hey, now maybe they're trying to accommodate for 25, 21-year-olds. Because they know that the youth of today, you know, so now they're trying to accommodate for that market, you know?
Okay, and how does it compare to its, you know, competitors? If you're looking at, you know, what we've been looking at, then how does it compare to you know, both the Jameson, the Singleton, you know, with the Krantz there on the shelf? How does it compare?
Yeah, it's very distinctive. It's a very distinctive direction that they're taking. Considering where Johnny Walker comes from and how their previous packaging has been like, looking at this one, it's like, yo, okay, we're turning 180. So yeah, it's they're definitely going to stand out from the rest of the other guys, the competitors there. Because in terms as far as whiskey packaging goes, it's, you know, it's very reserved, very conservative, not so colorful. So yeah,
they might bring a new trend of colorful, because if you look there, for example, you can see the blue one. What is it? The 1, 2,
Shivas.
Yeah, it's so relaxed. It's just blue, and then it's just there.
Yeah.
So this one, the other ones, this one is so colorful. So maybe they will bring a new trend of having colorful and vibey and youthful packaging.
It could work, but it could not work.
It could work, it could not. So it's somewhere there in between.
Because whiskey drinkers are not. Well, my brother, for instance, they like you know, they are very reserved, conservative type of people. So.
Okay, I've got yeah.
But with what Lebs was saying, with the youth of today, yeah, it might fly.
Okay, you say mad fly for the youth.
Because that already is competing with your Cirocs.
Okay.
We're trying to compete with the Cirocs.
All right, I've got a lot of cards here, right? I want you to choose one. Like, choose one that shows how you feel about these pack designs. So if you can choose one card that, you know, would be representing your feelings, you know, in terms of how you feel about these designs. So there's a pile, but just, you don't have to go through all of them, but if you can just pick, you know, have a look, you know, like randomly, and see if you can find a card that shows how you feel it.
Just one card.
Yeah, just one card. So if you have a card, let's. Okay, are we done? You've got a card? You've got one. You've got one.
Just want to confirm if I don't find
You've got. Okay. Let's pile them up and then we have the rest then.
Do we just choose
One card, yeah.
For which?
How you feel about the designs, because
All the designs.
about these designs that. Okay.
On the rolls.
Oh, do you want that?
I want the rest back. You can keep the card and you'll tell me about it. Can I have these? Thank you. So what cards did you choose that, you know, explains your feelings? You've got card number
65.
65. Explain that card to me.
Yeah, so like I think I've shared the sentiment already that I feel that it's quite busy, and in terms of looking at the story and how they try and tell it in the art, for come across very strongly. It just feels like they threw a lot of elements into it to try and tell a story. So yeah, it's busy. It definitely makes them stand out, but it doesn't really capture the story behind celebrating 200 years.
Okay, alright, we've got
Just
number
celebration
61.
and being with
Just
friends,
for
yeah, 61. It just resembles celebration, happy times with close people close to you that you want to have fun with.
49.
49.
It shows the 200 years. It shows how do I put this? They're still trying to keep the originality, but then while moving forward, trying also to accommodate the new trends. Yeah, so that's what I see. So the 200 years, it's a very lot of years.
Okay.
So there's too much that they might try to capture in just one.
And how do you feel about that, about the designs? How does that make you feel about the designs?
This one.
Yes,
This one.
yes, how does the fact that all the things that you've said, they trying to capture a lot, it's, 200 years is a long time. So how do you feel about the designs that they've come up with?
I guess I feel okay.
What's okay?
It's like I said, it seems like they might stand up with the new trend. They might introduce the new trend.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've got card number?
1.
Okay.
Yes, with card number 1, I think it shows a certain level of elegance, class, and if you look at the brand, for instance, it's Rolls Royce. Initially, it was a vehicle that's for more formal senior citizens, people who are more wealthy, more class, and so forth. It's not a car that you'd expect from the youth. But nowadays, you look at the rap videos, hip hop, they are now driving Rolls Royce, so they remove the stigma that it's a
That's too
vehicle
serious.
for only young.
It's
too
now
serious.
about love.
It's now everyone wants it,
Okay.
So it's precisely similar to Johnny Walker that it was initially something that's viewed for more senior or formal people, but now the youth is there's more people that can join in.
So looking at these designs, would you buy them as a gift?
Yeah, for people who like things,
For people who's those people that like things for
Obviously,
you?
if you're gonna buy a gift for someone, it's probably someone that you have been thoughtful about, someone close to you.
So tell me, in your instance, who would you buy?
I'd buy that for some of my.
What is that?
The Johnny Walker.
The bottle.
Yeah, the bottles.
Okay.
Well, even the gift pack.
Okay.
I'll get that perhaps for my sister because she's a like of things and she's a colorful person. She always wears colorful dresses. And it's
So gold is officially for ladies. We have to
Okay.
clear
Gold and
that.
pink, yes.
That's what you
So
go
that, and then maybe for like a younger cousin or friend of mine who's all about the who's who's and who attends those kind of Durban July type events, horse racing, and celebrities type of parties. Yeah.
So your younger sister or your younger cousin?
My younger associates, my
Your
younger
younger
loud associates.
Loud associates. Okay. All right. And the rest of you, would you buy this as a
Yeah,
gift?
I would buy the blue label for my brother-in-law. Yeah, he plays golf.
When
and
would you
all
buy
that.
it for him? Like, for what sort of occasion would you buy this?
For his birthday, I can buy this for his birthday. the blue label. And for my friends, maybe on a wedding or when they visiting me, I can buy the Johnny Walker Black.
You would buy the black.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is something that you would buy it for them when they're visiting to give as a gift or to sit.
Oh, you mean
I
as a
don't know.
gift?
I want to know you. I don't like what do you
I'll
what
buy
do you
both
mean?
ways.
For both ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they are getting married or they are having a baby shower, we are going there. Today the guys will also attend baby showers. So I can bring my friend a bottle of Johnny Walker Black label as a gift back, just to say, yeah, you are there now.
And would you buy anybody the bottle?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure who would
Okay.
I buy it for.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think I'll buy the bottle for like my little cousin or after graduating or something. I'll be like, yeah. But yeah, when it comes to the gift packs, I'll probably consider the Johnny Black for a colleague's birthday, and then maybe the Blue Label for something a super important occasion, like wedding or whatever, or baby shower, gifting, yeah. So that's but the bottle for me, I wouldn't gift it because I'm not sure in terms of premiumship where it sits. Yeah.
I think the bottle, I'd purchase it if maybe I'm invited to a party, and you don't want to come empty-handed, it's a Friday night, I can consider buying it and just rocking up with this, and people will be like, what's this? And then they see the Johnny Walker guy and have shots. But as a gift, I don't see which, maybe someone who's precisely a fan of Johnny Walker or collector, I think it would be more applicable. But with someone who's not and who's an adult, if you purchase that for them, they might be a bit skeptical. But in relation to the packs, I think the black might be,
Would you buy the red for anyone? The red gift pack?
Yeah, I'll buy it for my Malumi there back home.
Okay, so why for particularly the
He
red
doesn't
one?
like, he likes whiskey, but you can't really, because he drinks to get drunk. He doesn't appreciate the taste. So I'll buy it for him on his birthday.
for Lobola or something.
Yeah, for Lobola.
Or you can buy it for Lobola as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so for negotiations
For
to take it there.
Vulamlo.
For Vulamlo. Okay, so it would work for that. Why is this a mouth opener or just for Malume? Why does the rate particularly work for that?
Because of the price, it's not too expensive. And
I think
in
it's the
terms of
cheapest, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe in
and
terms of
aging,
premiumship,
yeah.
it's not so, it's not, many people don't consider it premium.
As I said, for
I just
me,
found this.
my friends told me, told me that I know that's the cheap stuff. So I wouldn't buy it for them, but
For them.
for things like you are saying, when there's a wedding, a malongolo, and then that those people who usually drink
Yeah.
beer and
this time-
community, and then this time they just wanna go, but that's just because of not taking away anything from it. I'm not sure what
No,
is it,
no, no,
but
yeah,
I've been
yeah.
told that it's
Mhm.
a cheaper brand, and
The
then
cheaper one.
and then I was told that the cheaper, the expensive it is, the better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to, can I have this one as well? We are going to move on to our next idea, ne? And we actually won't be drawing, so I'll take this. So go to the next page on your self-completion. So this is idea number 2 that we are going to be looking at, which in this instance it will be R, right? So you can come close again without talking to each other, and you will be looking at these, and you will go back and do your self-completions, okay?
This two.
Yes, please. Oh, sorry. come and put your views, so you only then writing design 2, and then you are writing, it's rather 3 words or phrases, right? And then we've done the columns as well again, so it will be pack and bottle, like that, pack, bottle. So we're just sticking to design 2. So the columns still, it's the one column will be for pack, one will be for bottle, and you can write it down. Fine. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. So sorry, not. So we can, let's just be quick on this one, because there's not a lot to. I'm done. Come, guys.
Yeah, so for the pack, I just said simplicity. Simplicity, old school, and maturity. Models, new branding, youth, young, colorful, and happening.
And for me, didn't really change from the first. So for the pack, I said again, special. It's perfect for gifting, and then it looks like a bargain deal, because it comes with glasses, and then looks less pricey, and less premium, and then when it comes with the bottles, I said it's distinctive, and then it's a special edition, and it's probably pricey.
So what do you think? What do you think? You know, what did you write?
For alright, with the pack, you know, with looking at the pack as a brand, I still say it looks classy. It does look modern, and with the bottles, I think I see different. I see stylish and cultural. It has this cultural element of decoration thing.
The pack for me, the gift pack, it's affordable and it's classy, and they kept the design simple. And for the bottles, they look smooth, elegant. I don't know if I wrote the name right.
That's fine.
And it's a celebration.
So what do you think
Like,
Jamiloka is trying to tell us with this design?
So
Try
what?
new things.
They try new things? What do you think?
With this new design, I have no idea.
With the bottle, I would say they are celebrating an occasion or a moment, and they trying to, you know, share that moment with us with a special edition bottle or whiskey.
and with the change in in the label there, on the bottles, there's now so many Johnny Walkers walking. So it either shows that they've been walking for since they have this 200 years. It shows that we've been in and around.
I didn't
the
even
world.
see that it's Johnny Walker's.
So these are the Johnny Walkers, okay, walking around.
So it's either the Johnny Walker left his footprint all around the
We can
world.
bring it down a bit, just that, yes, and everybody can.
And with the gift pack, the red label one, I don't know why is it upside down. I don't know, but it looks okay. It looks nice. Yeah, not too much. They still keeping the red label. It still tells you that it's a red label, and also the black label now on this one. The way it shows, that's the black label that we know.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
in this meaning,
I agree with him with the pack for Black Label. Yeah, it comes across as classy. It's familiar. It's what we know.
It looks really mature though.
it
And
really
it's
is
mature, yeah.
But
It
it
will
is,
be easy to go for it.
it will be
Yes.
easy to go
Yeah.
for this
For
one.
this
And are we,
gift pack.
as a gift pack,
Yeah.
okay? And are we seeing modern as well, looking at these designs? Because I see you've got what, are we seeing that? And does it still, do we see some elements of the quality or like modern in these designs?
These ones here, I'll say modern. Like I said, they're trying different colors, different things. I mean, that would really capture even a 21-year-old who wants to drink whiskey, even college students.
Okay.
Yeah,
Will
from
it capture a senior citizen?
Even the senior citizens.
Will it be? That's what I'm.
No, but what he's saying is it's you're saying it's youthful, like
It's
that.
youthful, yeah.
Yeah.
But-
So automatically, I'm not referring to that.
Yeah. Okay.
But that yes, it has
But
these two.
I don't think I'm a fan of this one in particular.
With the bottles.
With the bottles. In a way, you know, it is stylish and different, but like you said earlier on, what happens in my mind and when I look at it, it becomes very difficult to try to understand instantly what exactly they're trying to portray in it. But it does look the difference, and it is, you can say, if it's stylish, but I can't confirm saying maybe I'd vouch for it.
And the colors as well, I can easily say this is a blue and a red, but is this gold?
Okay. Oh, with the colors of
That
the
one,
bottles.
yeah, I
Okay,
don't
you're
know
saying
what
the
that
blue,
is.
you can easily say it's the blue, and you can say the red bottle is the red. sugar
But
water
now
red.
the red bottle's got white walking here, so I might be, no, actually it is confusing a
I-
bit. So when you want to check the label per se, because of on a gold, you have a blue label.
If I said those bottles are just, again, it would be Johnny Walker black bottles.
Oh, but in different colors.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then you need to indicate that.
Yeah, you need to say.
That needs
Because
to be indicated.
I was about to
Okay.
ask
Okay.
if this is a white Walker or
Okay.
which.
So
Because
that
I'm not
needs
sure.
to be indicated that it would be a black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
That if they are all Johnny Walker black, then you need to say it's.
So Johnny Walker only comes in red and black, hey? And what?
No, no. There's gold, green, and blue. Yeah. But yeah, I think for me, I like it. If this were like the different the variants, if this was red, gold, and blue, I think I like the packaging on the bottle. It does say it's distinctive, and it does say this is a special edition.
Is it, so the bottles do say special edition, they
Yeah,
distinctive
so
like
I
that.
definitely see the 200 coming
The
across
200 comes across
now.
quite.
It's much bolder and bigger now. But yeah, I think if it is Johnny Black for
It
all,
needs to
all
say,
of it,
okay.
it needs to say.
Alright.
Because at the end of the day, I want to be sure that I'm
What you
buying.
buy.
Because you will think this is blue.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you might just be confused that the blue bottle is blue. And if we're looking at the whole range together, do they look like part of a family?
Yep.
They do.
Part of a John Walker family.
Yes,
or
the range here, this This one,
This one.
the range, yeah.
The packs.
The gift packs, yes.
Yeah, yeah, they do. They
For-
do definitely.
For me, I'd say yes because, you know, again, you still see the Johnny Walker logo that we so familiar with, and it's on the packaging and it's outside, it's everywhere. So, yeah, it does to me, and even the bottles themselves. You know, people are familiar.
And this, they also bring that status that it's the reserve.
So the design is got that
They're
status
relaxed,
that it's
yeah,
reserved.
it's the,
Okay.
yeah, it's not the too busy ones like they were in the previous one, but now they show that they are the what people they like them for.
Okay, all right. And then does it, if we look at, you know, the plan, the idea that we read, I mean, I'll just hold it out here. Does it go then with that? Do we see it in these designs?
But the storyline.
Yes, the story, you know, like, this is the idea, this is the plan. Are we seeing it, the one that we read previously? Are we seeing this in these designs?
Yeah.
Let me show myself.
Yes, no, or like
I would-
what?
I would s-
Let me hear what others have to say before.
I would say the only thing that comes
well,
across.
let me just,
Okay.
I just wanna hear, how?
Because I mean that sort of matches with the gold. The logo is there. Everything that is stated there is like pretty much there as well. So 2020, 20th, 200 what? Okay, 200 is okay. It's there, so that is quite visible.
Limited edition, celebratory, you know, party, you know, campaign, does it come across with these designs?
Yeah. I think especially on the bottles because of
Especially with
usually
the bottles.
the Johnny Walker bottles are just this way. Just the plain bottle and this one. So this one they show like it's a special something, special edition
Something
or
going on, yeah. So it'll make you
anniversary.
more curious.
Yeah.
You'll grab the bottle from the shelf and read more about why did they go with this design or
And the gift packs, do they explain that? Do they tell the story?
The gift packs. I'd say they do, but maybe there's something a bit different with the blue. Not too sure what it is, but on a general basis, I think they do.
Well,
Although this is upside down, I don't know if this is how it will be.
That's the back, that's the design of the back.
It is how it is. Oh, alright. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but I think in relation to celebrating and 200 years, it has this element of bringing a bit of a, I don't know, a change on the original look on the packaging.
Yeah, I think with the gift packs, in terms of creating that limited edition feel, they do have that, they bring that across. Even with the bottles, because they're so distinctive, they're different from other, you know, Johnny Walker bottle. It does come across that you're getting a limited edition bottle. Yeah, but in terms of the other part of the storyline about celebrating the heritage of Scotch, and not so
Not
much,
so much,
but what comes strongly in this, it's the limited edition
The limited edition.
element of it.
And what do these designs say about Johnny Walker?
Oh,
That it's moving forward, taking a different approach from the conservative way in which we view Johnny Walker. It's opening room for, other people who are maybe fans of a certain brand and they can try it out, or even younger people who often don't.
yeah,
they keep walking into the modern world.
Whiskey, now they can try to drink whiskey. Yeah.
Yeah, they pushing the boundaries on the bottles.
The can base, yeah.
So they're trying to make whiskey cool.
They're trying to, and how do you feel about that?
I think
Looking at the competition out there, I think it's the direction in the right. It's a move in the right direction.
Okay.
yeah, I think it definitely, like, again, going back, it's distinctive. And they're carving their own direction, and it's admirable, and yeah.
Would you
Okay.
buy this as a gift?
Yes,
Yes.
For who?
my friend.
Which would you buy? What are you are you talking gift packs or even the bottles? What are
No,
you
so the gift packs or the bottle, yeah. Yeah, I have a friend that likes Johnny Walker. Yeah, so I would buy it for him.
And what makes it this more
Provided
suitable to
I-
buy for your friend? Because you know, with the first one, it's not something with the bottles. What makes this?
Yeah, this still has that, premiumness to it.
Okay.
It's not so, it's still a bit conservative in terms of like the colors, and it's not so busy, and it does, its distinctiveness makes it like the limited edition element of it come across. So I would buy it because it's like, okay, hey man, here's a limited edition bottle. Let's enjoy, or yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think with these bottles, you literally, you can buy it for a friend and tell them that it's limited edition. The lengths you've gone to just get this bottle, you literally had to, you
Yeah.
know, and it'll definitely make that person feel special because that limited edition element.
Makes them feel special, because
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
not cliche.
it's
You
not
get them
cliche.
the common stuff that even an 80-year-old who's forward would just go pick up from the shop.
Absolutely.
It'll make them feel exclusive.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if
Yeah,
you look at
it's-
sneakers, for instance, if it's limited edition, it becomes more expensive, or only a limited amount is released. So you having it means there's something special, or it's a keeper,
And they are easy on the eyes as well. They are
Yeah.
not too busy too much. Like when you see them on the shelves there, these bottles, it will be easy for you to look at them.
They're colorful, but at the same time they're elegant.
Yeah.
They're elegant.
Yeah, so they would actually capture a mature eye as well.
This is an explanation of what the design is trying to convey, and it says in celebration of, so this is the brief that the designer got. It says, in celebration of our 200th birthday, Johnny Walker proudly launches a series of bold graphical limited edition designs inspired by the iconic Striding Man and our keep walking philosophy. Would you say, looking at these designs, both the gift packs and the bottles, is it coming out?
Yes.
They keep working on the men.
They're there.
Yeah.
Because of here, Henza was saying it's like if he's been working, he's been working and he's still working even now.
Even now, he's still working.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say that definitely comes across on the bottle, on the design. They keep walking. As I said, what do you call it?
The Striding Man.
The Striding Man, yeah. I mean, this is a very familiar icon or logo that's associated with Johnny Walker. So just seeing that, it builds familiarity for me, and and the colors as well.
Okay. All right. Can I have that? So now we're going to look at the third one, the third idea. So you write on design 3, which is T. So you can then come close and look at and then again we will look at these. Don't talk, go put it down on paper. So you can write quickly maybe and then go to one, yeah. Just put your words down.
It's still the two on the same.
Just the two, yes, that
same
absolutely
row
is.
that has been.
Do you have the bigger?
Write your thoughts,
Oh,
just
okay.
the ones that you feel. Write the thoughts.
Is this again the same bottle with different angles or it's different?
Nah, don't, just write, we're not gonna talk now, guys. Write your thoughts and then we'll talk afterwards. Don't ask questions now. I want your thoughts from first impression. Do this, because I just wanna put these here. Sometimes you can quickly run to the bathroom and then. Okay. Okay. What do you have?
With the pack, I have firecrackers. I just think that the pack looks like, it's maybe there's firecrackers inside or something. Comic book, with the drawings or and everything about the image with the pack, and then it's slightly childish.
Okay.
But the bottles, I think it's colorful. It is different, and it's girly.
Nicholas, what do you have?
For the pack, for the gift pack, yeah, I still see especially the John Walker that's busy, the pick there. But I've seen affordable as well.
Mm-hmm.
And for the black label, it looks reserved.
Mm-hmm. And the bottles?
The bottles I see the celebratory moment. Yeah, and then I can see that he's moving forward because he's passing some buildings there, and it's still elegant for me.
Okay. Yep.
I have to be honest.
That's what I asked.
So I just felt like the pack was childish on the design, circusy, and just too adolescent.
Mm-hmm.
Bottles pretty much the same. The bottles were too hippie, especially this one. You know, hippie and quite immature and too explorant.
Mm-hmm.
So when you actually also compare it, if I'm walking past the shelf and I've already seen the ones we've seen, and I'm also seeing this, I I just feel like it's to explore it. In other words, I think Johnny Walker's just trying too hard.
Okay, alright.
Because I mean, you know, when you look at these designs as well, I mean, these sort of colors and designs, they cannot talk to people who are too young, who don't even drink, who don't even qualify to drink.
Okay. Else, what do you have? What words do you have?
With the bottles, I said it's unfamiliar, unrecognizable, and confusing. For my first impression, if I walked through an aisle and I saw this bottle, I wouldn't tell what it was. I'll need to and remember when you're in an aisle, there's a whole lot of brands as well. So me looking at the different bottles, I'd be unsure about what exactly this is. So that's how I look at it. And then with the packs, I said they're artistic, playful, and there's a lot of animation.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what do you think? What do you think Johnny Walker is trying to tell you with these designs?
Sure.
Again, I just think they're too playful.
So what do you think they're trying to tell
They're
us?
trying to say that hey, we can play as well.
Okay.
Which in a way it sort of could work because people work hard out there, so you know, hence the saying, work hard and play hard. So if you're very playful, you can grab a design like that or pack like that, just for the sake of drinking to play around. You know, extra happy moments. Yeah, nothing too serious.
I think it deviates from the product, or it's not easy if you had to send someone who doesn't drink, because for instance with me, I know that I buy Johnny Walker as a gift, but I think with someone who doesn't buy Johnny Walker as a gift, or who's not very familiar, it wouldn't be, maybe with having had seen maybe the adverts, you know, of the standing, what do you call it? Standing guy.
No, the
What,
strand,
so
yeah.
this one, yeah, the strand, what is it?
So the standing man, yeah.
Standing man.
Standing man.
Yeah, because if you look at this one on the black, it doesn't look like Johnny Walker at all. And that's like, you know, the emblem, you know, look at the Mercedes-Benz emblem. The minute it's upside down, it's something else.
Throws you off.
Same applies with this, you know, he's covering his eyes. I don't know if he's always been covering his eyes, but like Circus, he's like you said, like this looks more like a magician or someone who's about to pull a magic
Stunt.
stunt or something.
Some sort of.
And is the celebration coming out? Is the 200 celebration coming out? 200 year celebration?
On the bottles, no,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't come out on the bottles, but on the packs, we still have it on the corner there. And I think you can see it by the 200th year. So, and the red label, as much as it's cartoon kind of or playful kind of, but it looks like it has, what is this explosion that has happened there. So this one seems too reserved for a celebration because of its
The black.
yeah, the Johnny Walker Black looks too reserved for celebrating on the celebratory mode. Yeah.
I think the gift packs are too comical, and I'm not sure if an avid whiskey person would identify with something that's too comical. But you know, yeah, I for me it just doesn't resonate with a whiskey person.
And with the bottles, you think? What are you thinking?
Yeah, with the whiskey, I mean, like I said, they're very confusing. You know, if I'm used to, and I get the fact that they're trying to be distinctive and playful, and you know, by being, you know, with the showcasing a limited bottle, but I think you still need to maintain a bit of familiarity, you know. When I walk through the aisle, I still want to see Johnny Walker and be able to recognize it. And with this, I'm not so much recognizing it. I'm not sure what, or even which bottle of Johnny Walker it is. It doesn't even say. So I don't know. It doesn't. To me, it doesn't come across.
And with the celebrator 200, I only see now that there is actually 200. Yeah.
On the bottles,
Yeah,
so
but
it's
I
written in
didn't see,
small.
I didn't see it at all.
You
Yeah.
didn't see it
I
at all.
only see it now.
You can't even tell which bottle this is. But unless you.
So you also, like you said, you need to be able to tell what bottle is this. And
Yes.
what do you think? What product would you think would be in these bottles?
I don't even know because you look at this, you're not sure if it's Johnny Red. This one is it okay? Maybe because it's yellow, you might think it's gold, but you're not even sure. I mean, look at this one.
You won't even know think which one can be
Which
the
Johnny
best.
Walker
So
is
it's
this?
confusing there as well.
And even the Johnny Walker here, was he moving? I see
Yeah,
the shoes standing together there.
yeah. Here the Johnny Walker, the striped man, yeah, has got
Striped
both his
man.
shoes together.
You know what?
He's
I
not
think-
walking; he's standing.
Mm.
I think if maybe with for instance, we're not speaking about the previous one, but maybe with the emblem, it's the normal emblem, but maybe this is just one strap, because it has like 4 corners. Maybe just one strap on the one corner. Maybe that would work. But if a bottle is like this, you really don't know which product that is.
Yeah.
Besides the flavor, the product itself.
The product
you cannot
itself.
tell.
So you want to be able to even see inside the bottle in terms of what's inside, sort of like at least in one side.
Preferably, even if there's a gap, you can tell what you're getting yourself into.
Not when it's covered like that.
Yeah, plus
Okay.
I think, and from my friends and they drink Johnny Walker, they are very particular about which Johnny Walker they're buying. And they not if you're not sure whether you're buying red or black or green, I'm sure the price will tell you as well, but you still want to be sure what you're
They might
buying.
not even check if it's the wrong one.
Yeah,
They
if
might
it's the
just
wrong
put
one.
aside and say,
Because I've had my friends say, hey, red label gives you a hangover. And the Johnny Green is much smoother, or, So definitely you still need to bring that across.
And with the range itself, looking at the range, do they look like they're part of the family in terms of the gift packs thing?
This part of
The
this
gift pack, the
family.
gift packs do together. They're just these, because that would just be a bottle of Johnny Walker, black, right? But I'm talking about these gift packs.
No, in my opinion, no.
Well, there's some similarities. They are all like in comic design. Yeah, surely if they are all there, you can
You can tell that
put
for
them
you.
together.
And
yeah,
you saying
so-
no because?
Looking at these pictures here, for instance, with the gold, that always stands out to me a bit different. The comical side of it, there's not a lot of details in it. It's just your ordinary, maybe picture that's there. The only difference is that there's color into it. At the minute you look at the blue, you can tell there's a lot of drawing and a lot of artistic features that you see on the package. So, if one had to say they look like a part of the family, I think it's completely, I would differ, because the other thing, if you look at this red, right, the word that's bold or that's standing out is the word walk, right? And never having had seen this product and you in the shelves, you will definitely pass this. You will not think this is Johnny Walker. So that would be my main concern, that if you were a fan and you're trying to buy it and you cannot find it, but it was there, that's very dangerous in my opinion.
But in certain occasions, like baby showers, where the gentlemen are there, or maybe even the mothers who drink, for a gift packet could work, especially the first one.
The red one.
The red one, and I guess a bit of that one as well. Just for the sake of being in a playful environment, but where there's adults, so that could work.
But the baby shower goes to the main, not the female.
Yeah, but I think there are fathers who are present. Because
Yes.
nowadays it's not just the women who are just in that house.
Yeah.
Sometimes the men are present, but they just maybe
Somewhere
in a different
else.
somewhere else away
Yes.
from the main house, just together as gentlemen, celebrating on behalf of the woman.
So, I know I'm not supposed to ask questions, but so I'm assuming just how they are lined up.
You tell me, what are you assuming that? Tell me
That-
what is it
that-
that you're assuming.
The bottle will go into these packages. Yeah. Am
Okay. So is that what you would expect to find this bottle when you're opening these packs?
Maybe I'm thinking if the bottle is on its own like that, I wouldn't recognize it. But still, I just still feel that the packaging, the gift packs are too comical and but if this goes in here and it comes out and I'll be like, okay, nice limited edition bottle.
Okay, so if these bottles are coming from the packs, what are you guys expecting when you open the packs?
These two
This will be a
can
The
go.
bottles.
This one that it's kind of got blue color, it can go here.
In
This
the
one
blue?
is gold.
So they look like the
But
gold.
these other two,
I'm not sure if I'm
they,
mistaken though.
they don't fit even if you try to fit.
This
them.
joint in the middle though, it looks like a window or a transparent window showing the bottles
The
inside.
glasses.
Or are those the glasses?
What
yeah,
is it?
those are
Yeah.
the glasses.
Oh, okay, I thought maybe it's just a brief, picture of the bottles inside.
No.
Maybe like a silver bottle if they're in such. Just to know what to expect inside. I'll
Yeah.
assume that maybe it's that's what it's showing.
My sentiment is that I think, the bottles are, I don't know, they're
Too
just too
busy.
comical.
Okay.
They're just too comical.
Everything's
and-
confusing.
Everything is confusing. So there's a lot of confusion. So what does this say about Johnny Walker here?
It's confusing us.
There's
I just
confusion.
think they're just to explore it.
They're
They're
trying
too
to be
exploring.
artistic.
They're trying to be artistic as well.
Yeah,
Does it fit with
no,
the plan?
not for me.
I think
Does this look like a Scotch whiskey?
Does it look like a celebration?
no. It's very confusing.
It looks like,
Does it look like a limited edition?
a limited edition, yes.
I think it doesn't look like a limited edition, especially with the red. I have a problem with it. I thought it's something else that you're gonna buy. There's no whiskey in there.
It's limited edition because it's different. Yeah, that's it.
And on
But is it a nice difference?
there's a difference in each bottle and in each gift pack here. Hence you say for the red it looks something different. Whether it resonates with what is there.
Does it? But that's the question. Does it resonate? Is this
Nope.
pen there or yes, no?
With Mohau, it's a no.
I think just for the purpose of celebration, I think it does. Without trying to be too critical. I think it does because it's literally just stating there, this is where we come from and now, because this might not be necessarily a permanent introduction to their product. It might be just for
The
like
limited, yeah.
limited thing for 2020. So for the sake of just playing around, celebrating, it could work. I don't think it's such a bad thing. So that they also marked that in this particular when we were celebrating 200 years, we gave a variety of colors and designs for our people. So that we also appealing to almost everybody, the young people and the elderly. Although we usually, accommodate or cater to the elderly. Yeah, so they're trying to push just that moment of remembering us that we celebrated and we went all the way out and we didn't restrict ourselves as to celebrating for this particular market. We wanted everybody to join the party. So when I think deep as to why they're doing this, as much as I was critical at first about how certain designs are maybe a bit childish or whatever, but I think I see their aim in terms of celebration. Because when you celebrate, you don't really restrict yourself. I mean, there are people.
It's free and you're celebrating. Salute.
Because sometimes also when you're hosting a party and it's per invite, but when you realize that okay, this party has other people are not invited, you're not gonna keep people away. It's a celebration. You're already in a good mood. So everybody who's there is like, okay, fuck it, let's all party, even if there are people who are not really invited. Because knowing us as people, if it's +2, it becomes double.
Would you buy these?
Yeah, look, if I saw this, no, to be honest, no, I wouldn't buy it.
If I'm a huge fan of Johnny Walker, and I'm in their shoes and I want to celebrate
But
with them,
would you buy this because you normally buying for other people? Would you buy it as gifts?
for those who are loyal customers of Johnny Walker, I'd buy them if they're also really in that vibe of it, celebrating with the brand.
Do you see anybody in your circles that you would buy this for?
Actually, yeah, but not all, but some.
Which ones?
Well, for the celebration season, I'll buy that.
The red
Yeah,
gift
the
pack.
red, yeah,
Mhm.
just for the sake of that season of celebrating.
Who would you buy it for?
I'd buy it for the cousin of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not too old, but he likes Johnny Walker and then Glenfiddich. And the second one, I just like that blue one, the one we saw previously, that plays.
No, I'm talking here.
Yeah, particularly. Yeah, that one, and maybe just maybe that one. And he likes colors.
The blue
anyway.
bottles, because he
Yeah.
likes colors.
He's
And
a
the rest
color
of
blocking
you?
type of guy when he dresses up
I
as well.
wouldn't buy it. I think I would miss
For
it.
him.
You
Yeah.
would miss it.
I think also if I
That's my
walk through,
main concern.
yeah,
Mm.
if I walk through the aisle
There's
and
so
I
many
saw
products.
these gift packs or these
Mm.
bottles sitting there, I'd probably miss them and go for a Glenlivet.
Yeah.
What if there's a banner? Because I know with
Mm.
alcohol brands sometimes, like when you walk into Ultra Liquor, we went last time.
Mhm.
When you walk into Ultra Liquors, when they're trying to promote a certain new design or whatever of the brand, they put banners. It's on special. They even have
Yeah,
some
but
of the
they need to go the
employees.
extra mile
You know,
of
people-
putting something. If it's just there on the
Mm.
shelves, you will not buy it.
But do you
Yeah,
think,
if it's
I mean,
new, they
but
must-
do you think
if-
if,
if
it's a
the-
limited edition, if they're celebrating, do you think they'll just put it there
No,
without
no.
making a hoo-ha about
Yeah, don't make a hoo about it. That's what alcohol brands
It
actually
depends
do.
because you must remember, as a product, right? In as much as this product, what would happen is that it's either this product is going to go for free
And they're
at a
talking-
cheaper rate, or it's selling,
But
but
they're
it's
saying
just
they're
that
gonna
they
have
celebrate.
parties, they're gonna have, so do you think it'll just be,
Or they said they're gonna have parties.
yeah, but
meaning
that's what
it's
it
more for
says.
giveaway.
It said,
or-
nah, but
Yeah, I
guys,
saw that.
it says, in our 200th year, we'll be opening our first ever brand home in Edinburgh, inviting people to come and savor what makes Johnny Walker so special. We will be holding a pop-up parties around the globe, launching limited editions, so there'll be launches as well, editions and whiskies and gift packs, creating new exciting advertising campaigns and bringing together old friends and new to raise
But
a
it doesn't
toast
say
to
it's
Johnny
for
Walker.
free.
No, I'm not talking about free. I'm
Okay.
talking what you was like. They are saying that this is what it's going to be about. I'm not talking
Yeah.
about the free
The thing
part of
is,
it.
the reason I emphasize on the issue of this being for free or whether it's a product that sells is that when the consumer goes to the store and there's shelves and they want to purchase Johnny Walker, they need to see that this is Johnny Walker. Because there's so many alcohol products out there.
And that's what I was talking
in
about.
bottle store, so you
It's
don't-
It's
exactly
not
there.
distinctive for me.
It's not distinctive. But like you were saying, if it's limited, they need to show that it is at that moment. They need to make noise about it, and that's what I'm saying. It doesn't not sound like they will make noise about it. Like they will when this is campaigns.
To me, they would.
To me, they wouldn't win people over because there's too much comic.
Okay, so
things
it wouldn't.
going on
Okay.
behind.
What's the
My-
question?
my
Would the
opinion.
window people would
Yes.
make a noise about
Would they
it?
make a noise
They
about
would
it?
make a noise about it.
Mm.
They would. I mean, it's a distinguished, prestigious brand that comes a long way. You're celebrating 200 years, not 20 years.
Mm.
So they will definitely, make a fuss about it.
Mm.
How rotated adverts, television,
Mm.
radio,
Mm.
walk into liquor wholesalers or stores, you'd find banners, you'd even find
Mm.
people promoting it.
Mm.
Because there's always a lot of alcohol promoters who are doing promotions and for alcohol brands. So you'd even find them at their little, desk
Mhm.
with their banners, making a noise about that. Even in restaurants or pubs,
Mm.
we come across those a lot.
Okay.
But buying the
So-
bottles
So
as
that's what they
well,
do.
Mm.
it will be difficult to convince me what it is
What
that
it
is
is.
in there.
Mm.
Because of now, I will need to know. Because of, as we said, Johnny Walker is about the black label, the red label. So even if it's a limited edition, which label is it a limited
Mm.
edition in?
Or we're allowed to add ideas, maybe. If, for instance, it's 2020, maybe if it's going with some form of sports that's happening in 2020. I know the World Cup is
Mm.
over, but something like that, and there's an element of something like that, and it makes a bit of sense. But in my opinion, with comic books, I feel like I don't know anyone that relates, or I don't know anyone that reads comic books. Whether younger or more senior citizens, with anyone in my circle, I've never seen.
Talking about an event or whatever, could it go with a specific time of the year? Like Christmas, festive season, or something like
Yes.
that? Could it? Do you
Yes,
think?
because it was like with soccer, you know, like with the Pepsis and all that, it was just soccer. It's throughout that year, you know.
Yes,
it's
but
just,
now thinking, because you can't think of a sport event because you're
Mhm.
saying it's over, but if it's a season, like there's Easter, there's Christmas, or whatever, like, you know, when they make hypes about, you know, that festive season is here, that would,
Festive
yes.
season, yes.
Do you think it would work, or do you think
I think with the season, with the season or with the festival,
Mm.
Easter and so forth, I think because it's something that happens every year, it doesn't bring out that celebration thing
Okay.
that should happen. So if, for instance, it's the Olympics, then there's that Olympic banner or whatnot. I don't know what's the legalities behind it. That maybe they need to sign a contract with Olympic, whatever. But you know, with seeing athletes and something like that, I think it relates that we are celebrating our 200 years with the Olympics 2020. I think that kind of.
The brief that was given was to mark the 200th birthday. We created a collaborative series of collectible series of limited edition designs celebrating the iconic Striking Man, reinterpreted in the style of globally famous artistic movements from the past 2 centuries. Yeah, this is just the brief that they got. Is that coming across?
Can you read again?
To mark the 200th birthday, created a collectible series of limited edition designs celebrating the iconic Striding Man, reinterpreted in the style of globally famous artistic movements from the past 2 centuries.
Yeah, I agree. I think if they were trying to capture the different artistic styles across the different times, they've done that. Because if you look at the different gift packs, now it actually makes sense if that was the brief and they've carried it out. So there was a time when this comic style of art was in, and even with this the Johnny Black, which I'm warming up to. I think they've carried the brief to the T. Yeah, it makes sense now that you've read out that brief. And
What do the rest of you think? I mean, they're trying to show different artists like Picasso, Banksy, you know, like there's Van Gogh, Dali, you know, Kusama, there's different, Andy Warhol, like there's different sort of.
they've done that very well, but with the gift packs, but with the bottles, I'm still.
You're still not.
No, I'm not convinced.
The rest of you, your thoughts?
Based on the intent, I think I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
As much as I'm not so captivated on certain designs, but I can see based on intention.
The intention.
Based on intention, it's understandable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It might really, because they're shifting away from what they usually produce in terms of design on the hat, it might be quite hard for them and quite costly to market. Because it's always expensive to market something new, even with an old brand. So it might be quite, in exercise might be quite expensive.
Okay. All right. So just lastly, we don't need to write anything for this one. I'm showing you F now. What comes to mind? What are your thoughts?
Why is there no green label?
This is beautiful.
Yeah, this is nice.
Colorful but simple at the same time.
Yeah.
Mature.
You see the way this label is going there, it
This
stands out. It's beautiful.
I fully
No?
agree.
What are your
I
thoughts?
think it's beautiful. I am a bit of a critic in the sense that I think with the 200 years, it's the only thing that's not showing. But yeah, it's very beautiful. It's just the 200-year thing.
No, that is no.
That's not showing.
So this is an example of the kind of packaging that Johnny Walker has done before. This is something that they've done before. So this is not about the
The
that's what.
trend, yes. So this is what is familiar to every Johnny Walker person that I know.
Does it feel unique
This is
though?
heritage.
This is heritage.
Yeah.
Is this unique though?
It's quite unique.
What makes it unique? What makes you say so?
think it's bold. There's such
The
a
feeling it gives
boldness,
you. I think the feeling it gives me is unique. The red and just the way it's designed with the ribbon thing, the redness, and the way that the pattern goes on the ribbon, it gives a sense of elegance and class. And it kind of makes me feel unique. Stands out.
Yeah, it does.
And it does kind of scream celebratory as well.
Is it? What elements scream celebratory?
Just the
ribbon.
red.
The ribbon?
It's
okay.
not to the ribbon, yeah. It's not bright, but it still shows, you know. Because there are people who celebrate in a simple manner. You don't always have to go all the way out too much or too colorful, but you can tell they celebrate it.
How does it make you feel about Johnny Walker?
I think here they're maintaining the standard of class.
They maintain it.
Yeah, so it gives you that
Brand
kind of
preservation for me. I think they're still preserving their heritage, and it's very familiar. I think anybody that sees this immediately, you recognize the brand, and you recognize, you know, the family of. In terms, if you look at the different varieties, you'll be like, okay, this is the Johnny Walker
You know.
family. You know, so yeah, it's just what it says about Johnny Walker is we're still proud of our heritage, I guess.
It doesn't make you question what is this.
Yeah.
Doesn't make you question.
But they're not catering to the youth.
But how does it compare to the rest of the designs that I've shown you?
Mature.
This is more mature,
Original.
more original.
It doesn't instantly go special edition, but it goes. It's really nice. But the 200 years.
Yeah.
Creative and not trying too hard, yeah.
They're not trying too
Yeah,
hard.
they kept it simple actually.
Simple, yeah.
Simple and elegant.
So this is simple and elegant as well. Now, what I would like you to do, just before we finish up, can you just read that idea that they have about the 200th year celebration? And I just want to put up everything here so that we can look at them, all of them together at the same time. So read that idea that you got just one last time.
Are you actually allowed to improvise on what you see with all of them?
You can tell
included
me.
at the end.
Yeah, you can tell me now.
Because I think, see, with this one, right?
But, so let's read, we'll just look at them, we'll look at them all of them together, yeah.
Okay.
Keep walking. In 2020, we will be celebrating Johnny Walker's 200th birthday. We'll be saluting a journey that's taken us from the four corners of Scotland to the four corners of the world. That pushed the boundaries of whiskey making and saw the creation of famous imaginary, such as our slanted label and the iconic striding man. In our 200th year, we'll be opening our first ever brand home in Edinburgh, inviting people to come and savor what makes Johnny Walker so special. We'll be holding pop-up birthdays around the globe, launching limited edition whiskies and gift packs, creating an exciting new advertising campaign, and bringing together old friends and new to raise a toast to Johnny Walker and to the next 200 years. Keep walking.
So thinking about all of that, you can walk around the room looking at these designs that I've shown you, including those ones that you have there. Which one best, you know, do you feel is the best one to bring that through? Which one is your favorite to do that? You can walk around to just if you want to. So this is,
I think I'll go.
choose your, for yourself, choose number one, your number one and number two, quickly.
For the sake of the 200 years,
Yes.
yeah, I'll go with these bottles.
Wait, just you've chosen. So have you made your decision? Your number one and number
That's to
two.
mix, right?
Yeah, first tell me what you've chosen and then we can talk about the mixing.
Yes.
So you've done your one and two. Number one, this is the one for you. Your second best? Okay, so you've all made decisions.
On packs and bottles, right?
I'm gonna mix them up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll ask everybody individually what is the best one. So you can call it either there's T, there's P, there's R, and there's F on the table, right?
Sounds okay.
Thank you, yeah. So your favorite for you, what's number one?
Right, number one, it's R3.
R, okay, so design R for you. That's number one for you.
R3
R.
as well.
R,
Favorite number one, F5. Second, R3.
okay, so 3 people have gone for R, right? So the design R, that's, and why particularly that one? What makes it the winning one? We can make changes, but not now. I just want to know what makes it the preferred one.
It stands out, it's different, but
Mhm.
they didn't try too hard. It's still accommodative with, changing the formality that's involved with it, but at the same time, it's not too much.
For me, it just says because of the colors as well that they, it's simple. It's it's distinctive. So the 200 years special edition comes across strongly. So I know that I'm buying a limited edition bottle.
Okay.
So yeah, that for me is the reason.
Number 2, what's your second one?
Bottle.
Your second pack winning
Oh,
design.
pack.
Design.
Are we talking packs or
Design. What's your second design? Because we're looking at again the entire T range, the P.
design.
What is your second design? Your number 2.
T6?
T. Okay.
R6.
No, but we're looking at the design. The number 1. So now
Oh.
design T, design P, design F. So what is they go together? The
They go
P's,
together. You
yes.
cannot say you like these
No,
bottles
wait.
with this.
Let's go
but
with this. We can do that, but what was second best for you?
Don't forget the Fs, guys. We also spoke highly of these ones.
Oh,
Yeah. Most of us
These,
like
these are here as well, they're not there.
Yeah, they
You also
included
can
this.
choose this.
you can also choose this
Alright,
one. Yeah, I
yeah.
definitely go with the
Mm.
F as well.
As the second design.
As the second design, I'd go with the F.
So first design being R, right, and second design being F.
Big F, yeah. And then I wanted to, because I
Yeah,
don't
we'll
really
check.
know-
We'll get
Oh,
there.
okay, so-
Yeah. So okay. So second design
T.
T.
My second design was F5. I mean, my second design was R3. So
Yeah.
I know
so
I can't
Design was F.
F. Okay.
It's F.
So if F was not an option, which one would you go for? No, you have R already. Which one would you go for?
P. I'd go for
F is not an option.
That one
You have to choose.
I have. But if I'm a customer and I'm in a store,
I'm just asking. We can make then improvements based on that.
yeah, maybe the gold label T6,
So we'll go with the T range.
particularly the third one going towards the right.
Okay.
It's quite colorful, but it still has that maturity. Gold
Yes,
plus.
I stand with the P.
P.
I think I'll go with the P as well.
P
if,
as well.
if it's not
Mhm.
there.
I'm going with T.
We'll go with T. So we've got 2 T's and 2 P's, but R is definitely the winning range. But then the best range in terms of the gift packs, which gift packs did you feel worked for you better?
Including these ones.
No, leave those ones on the table.
Alright, with the gift, I'd go with
I'll go with the R.
Still R.
Yeah, it provides a variety, especially also caters to both markets.
Are there any elements of the, what about the rest of you?
yeah, it's R.
R.
Yeah.
Are there any elements of the R that we can take and put maybe on, would you want to steal some elements, put it in T or put it in P? Or would you rather just, if you had to choose, are there things that you would like to steal from R and put it somewhere? Would you like to put
Yeah,
something?
the party vibe that you get from the P, right?
You like the party vibe from the P, okay?
Yes, but you wouldn't want
make it the whole bottle or the whole package. I think if there was like a nice string on it, it just shows that it's a birthday special edition pack.
So you are stealing from R to tone down a bit on the, if tomorrow we came up,
On the
we came up,
seriousness of the
If-
external.
so they must bring in the seriousness of R, go P, right? Tone down P, bring the seriousness, but still show the celebratory, but tone it down, because you like R because it's subtle.
It's settled. But
Yes,
bring
the celebratory element of
to it.
of P,
Yeah.
but they must also just make it subtle.
But the other thing is, why are they what are those heads, those emojis that you get for like birthday? It's like the head thing. It's not there. I know maybe a cake would be cliche, you know, it's common, but I think, I don't know. Can you
For
consider
me,
it?
I would say, actually, in terms of gift packs, I prefer P6. However, I would change that to the Striding Man, the original Striding Man that we know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we kept the P range as it is, but just make it the original Striding Man.
Yes. That
Okay.
is Striding Man. that
Yes.
we know.
The Striding Man that's on R.
Yes.
So take that Striding Man, put it on P, then P is a winner
Yeah.
for you.
For me.
What do you guys say about that? That Striding Man from R, if we put it there at P and remove that Striding Man from P.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that could work.
Okay.
Because, yeah, from R to P, right? Yeah, it will work for me as well.
It will work.
P.
Mhm.
Yeah, but for the bottles,
And
I
then-
can still keep
Mhm.
with the Striding Man and these bottles.
Do you
Yeah.
like the bottles, the R?
Yeah, the
Or from
And also make 200 come out more strongly.
Make 200 come out more strongly.
Yeah.
So on the R, okay, so on the P.
Yes.
So P, let's just keep it as it is. Bring the Striding Man more, the original one that we know from
Yes.
now,
Yeah.
and then bring the 200 more out to show it that it's
It's a
celebratory
limited- Yeah, it's a
and
limited.
it's limited as well.
Yeah, and if possible, swap the bottles.
Swap the bottles. So
Yeah.
you want the bottles from R as well.
Yes.
Especially
To
that
P.
plays awareness.
Okay, just going to find out if there are any questions from my colleagues, but while I do that, can you just sort these out for me? Your drawings separately, put them together separately, and then the self-completes and these writings, so 3 piles.
So this,
Hmm?
and this.
The swapping.
Are we sorting or putting it
No, they just
together?
put them together.
Oh.
These ones are together, these ones are together. Let me put my name.
Oh, so together.
Can you
Yeah.
put your name here on the drawing? Like this is beautiful.
The sarcasm is not convincing today.
This one is together, so this one.
That's it for me, thank you very much. So just to sum up, P
Can
could
you-
work if they just they brought the originality of the Striding Man
Yes.
there and bring the celebrate also the 200 more out to show that it's limited
Yeah.
in terms of gift packs. But in terms of bottles, you definitely like the other bottles. Okay, alright, can I have those? Thank you very much, enjoy the rest of your evening. That's it from me, and then you'll go to reception, and then Orman will sort you out there.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Do we leave this?
Yes, you leave it with him at reception. That's, you swap that for an envelope.
But it's my name. Can I take it with me?
If you don't have it, it doesn't swap it for a gift. That's an exchange.
Wow, that's a engagement.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Where's the
It's on reception, yeah.
So those last 2 guys arrived at 10 to 5.
No.
So it's just
No.
far too late.
No.
To bring them in.
That's like almost an hour.
Oh no. So what we're going to do is keep all 8 in there.
Okay, alright.
But apparently they went off.
Okay.
So we'll keep all 8 in.
Okay,
You're
just
happy
that,
with
yeah, I'm happy with that,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you want them just upside down?
Just upside down, as long as the range is right at the bottom. They go with this.
Some food in the back there.
Is it, Yo?
Oh, I found it there.
Is he insisting that you have to have a cottage? They did that.
It's nothing major. So we're going to run with the 8.